Alright, what's going on? Shouse here. This is my final thoughts, final review on Perfect Worlds Neverwinter, based off of Dungeons and Dragons. Basically, start off, it's a free game that is free to play. So that right there pulls you in, and I mean, if you can't at least check the game out for that, there's some issues. If you'd rather just pay for games and try them out from there, that's your deal. But it's a free game, guys. Free to download, free to play. Check it out. It's at least worth the time. Um, the game makes soloing fun. It gives you it definitely gives you a dungeon crawling questing feel opposed to some other games that just you're just grabbing quest after quest after quest, not even reading them, don't care about the storyline, stuff like that. This game actually helped me want to read the storyline and quest, and in the dungeons, most of them are kind of a dungeon quest, and like I said, it actually gives you a dungeon feel opposed to just another place to go into. Um, I played the warrior. Um, the great weapon fighter, great weapon fighter. Fun class. I have not tried any other class other than that. The warrior gives a great hack and slash feel combined with skill usage and questing. So it's not just using certain skills at the same time. I mean, you run in there and just start hacking and slashing, using your skills at the same time, and you're questing, so it's not just a run around hack and slash feel. You guys probably just heard my cats freaking out in the background, chasing each other. The graphics are pretty good. Towns actually, as you can see with this town, it gives actually a town feel opposed to a bunch of buildings put together. Because most games, I mean, they don't really deal with houses all that much. They just throw the main buildings that you'll need in there. But this place actually has where people would live on the sides, on outside of the main town area here. So it definitely gives, in all these places you can see, you can actually go and visit, of course. But it definitely gives you a great town feeling, old time town feeling. Um, and I am jumping around on some of these, talking about the game. Level cap 60, as far as right now that I know of. Um, I'm sure at some point it'll start going up, of course. There will be, after release, I read about it, I can't remember which one, but after release, there's going to be another race and another class coming. Now, I think at release they're going to do either the race or the class, and then 60 days later they do the race of the class. Like I said, it's one or the other. But either way, at release there's going to be one, and then 60 days later the class or the other one comes out. So I'm probably going to wait a little while and check that out. The warrior is fun, but I only like playing one character with my games, so I'm going to wait to see what that is and decide if it's going to be the warrior or that one. I have a feeling it's going to be a ranger. That's my personal feeling. Um, Rearranging the interface, it actually gives you the ability to do that. I know a lot of games are introducing that now, opposed to having to use an add-on or anything, but this makes it really good so you can move all this stuff wherever you feel fit, wherever you want them at. The PvP for the game, I'm big into both PvE and PvP. The PvP for this, I can't tell if I really like. It might be because I'm still low level. I do know that when bring you in, say you go in at level 12, it'll adjust you to level 19. Now, as far as your damage and stuff, I don't think it does, because like when I went in at level 12 or 13, something like that, it upped me to like 19. But it seemed like I was pretty squishy opposed to other people. My gear wasn't all that great. But then after, when I actually got to around level 19, I think I went in right at 19, had some pretty good gear, and I was surviving a lot longer and doing some pretty good damage. But to me, you last a little too long when in PvP. kind of like the World of Warcraft days when you had crap load of resilience and you're trying to drop a healer and it takes four people just beating the crap out of the healer and he just doesn't go down. That's ridiculous. Now this game doesn't take it that far. You're still able to kind of solo a healer, but it takes a little bit more time. Even a warrior versus a warrior, you just take a little too. To me, you just take too long to kill the other guy, and I just don't like that. I think it should be faster. You shouldn't have to beat away on somebody so long to finally get them down. That's my personal opinion, anyway, guys. Let's see. This game introduced the Foundry. The Foundry is basically you build your own environment, you build your own quest type thing. Say if you used to be play Dungeons and Dragons and what do they call it, the game master or the dungeon master guy, basically the guy that ran the quest, told you where you're going and stuff like that. If you had a quest that you wanted to bring to life in a game, you could build that. You can build the cities, the cities, the castles, the dungeons, the NPCs, all the way that you want them. Place the enemies in there, the loot, all that type of stuff. So you're not just waiting on the perfect world to give more quests and everything like that. You've got players making their own quests and stuff like that, and they choose the difficulty. When you're done, also you can rate the quest. You got, I think, 5 stars, and you can put in the description how you liked it and give them feedback and stuff like that. So it makes it pretty cool. It's almost like there'll always be content coming out, whether it be from the company or the players themselves. Um, that's kind of it. What I got, guys. It's definitely a game to check out. Oh, there is a couple other things. Professions. Professions make it great. It seems like, now I'm only level 20. I played to level 20. I stopped there. But it seems like you don't have to worry about farming for all your the ore and stuff you need. You just press N on your keyboard. Brings up your professions. You got mail smithing, plate smithing, leadership, leatherworking, tailoring. I do mail smithing, but you get basically a helper, um, and you get him first, and then you basically send him out to do stuff. I go to overview. First, you got one slot. You get another one at level 30, another one at 60. Other ones here, opening from other thing. Get any 3 professions to level 20. You'll get another one, stuff like that. But you get the one. You'll choose a task. Gather ore. That's the one you want to do. So you click on confirm. The final results of gathering ore, you'll get 2 ore and a 5 mail smithing experience. What you choose the required assets, and basically your prospector, choose him, start task. That's all it is. 9 minutes. After 9 minutes, you'll come back. You'll just open the screen back up, and you'll collect your ore. Basically, it's kind of like the Star Wars that came out. It kind of did that, other than opposed to having to constantly go out and farm and wasting time doing that. I heard too, they mentioned that you can actually control this from their website after logging in. I only looked at it through my cell phone, try to log in and find it. I couldn't find it, but they claim that you're able to do that. So say if you're at work or something like that, want to jump on there, you can have them going throughout the day. You don't have to actually have to be on the game. So that's pretty cool. I really like that, because I've always hated farming. It's a waste of damn time. Um, Everybody gets a companion. You can see mine is right there, named Taz. He's still a puppy, basically, right behind me there. But he's a dog. The dogs do more single target, bigger damage. Press the equal key, plus equal key. Brings up your companion. I think most of the other ones are like actual humans or something like that. But you can get one that is more of like a tank guy. Got one that's a healer. You got the direct damage. You got one that's AOE damage, stuff like that. But as you're playing, they level up. Right here will change. Right where it says a check mark and summoned, that'll change to send off to training basically. And you send him off to training. It takes a couple minutes, and he comes back and he's slightly stronger. Under the descriptions, you got bite and take down. I don't know if you can change those abilities yet. I'm hoping so, but if not, it's still pretty cool. You got stats and effects, and shows you their power, defense, critical strike, everything like that. But then you also got buffs you can give them. You can get them a neck piece, uh, the neck pieces, ring, stuff like that, and then other slots that give them buffs to their power and whatever you want to put under there. You got a couple empty slots. It looks like you can buy more there. You can get other companions, so you can switch them in and out. So it's really cool. It's so basically, say soloing warriors. You really don't have any healing abilities. You have one strike that gives you a little tiny bit of health, not much, not nearly enough to really keep you alive in a big fight. Almost have to have potions on you all the time. Some people say you constantly have to use tons of potions. I didn't really. As you can see, heck, down there, my number 4 slot, my number 4 button, I've got 29 potions. Even soloing, which I have done mostly, didn't really have to fly through many, and I use my dog, which is all damage. He doesn't heal me at all. So, but I think with a warrior, it would probably be better to go with maybe a healer to keep you up, something like that. Unless you did feel like you were always with a group, somebody that heals you, and you wanted to go just pure out damage. The dog does put out some pretty good damage and a knockdown too. Very enjoyable. Um, you got daily quests. Everybody with your shift key too. The great weapons fighter, it gives a sprint like that you just seen there. I think the rogues is like a dodge, stuff like that. Everybody has their own with the shift key. Of course, you can change that out. This guy in this town gives daily quests. You got daily foundry, daily dungeon quests, stuff like that. You got some more, and that gives you the. Let's see here. Gives you the astral diamonds, which you use to purchase a lot of stuff. Give you the rough astral diamonds. You'll refine those into the regular astral diamonds, and then you'll spend the astral diamonds on stuff. And right next to him is one lady that you can use to purchase uh, buffs. So buffs to your weapons and stuff like that. So you don't just have to. And I believe this game basically made it so uh, you don't really have to spend any real money if you don't want to. Again, free game, free to play. Don't have to spend any real money for any content. You'll be able to do all the dungeons, get all the gear, stuff like that. It's just little stuff, extra slots, stuff like that. Maybe some buffs here and there. Help you get some mounts, everything like that that you can spend real money on. I personally believe, guys, if it's a game, it's a free game, free to play. I'm going to keep saying that over and over, and I probably will. If it's a game you enjoy that much, spend some money. Help them out. They're not getting anything for this. It's just the money you guys spend. So help them out. Show them it's a good game. Spend something. You can get basically starter packs off the website that give you little things. You can get a starter pack that's $19.99. Then I don't know the prices. I think the highest one is $2.99 or $199.99, I believe. But it also gives you another race. It gives you a mount and a race. an actual race that nobody else can get unless you spend that 199. It's a Drow race. I believe it's the, if you're familiar with the lore, Drow that got out of the underground, and it's kind of changed them, and it's that race. I believe I heard after release the actual Drow that would still kind of in the underground are the is the race that's coming out after release. Don't take my word on that. But I believe that's the one. I think that would be pretty cool. But there's other stuff. 1999, help them out. Spend something. Don't just play the game for a year or two and not give them anything. I mean, personally, it's your choice completely. But if it's a game you enjoy, you enjoy playing. Show them some love. Help them out. Spend something. Get something. Other than that, guys, check out the game. It's definitely worth it. I really enjoy soloing, the dungeons, grouping up. It's got its own. It's got its queue finder for both PVE and PvP, so you don't have to. Some other free-to-play games don't have that built in, but it has it built in. So it's definitely a great game to check out. It's still an open beta. I'm not sure when the release will come out, but once again, free game, free to play. Check it out. It's definitely worth your time. Let me know what you guys think. Like if you like. I'm new to these videos. I think this is going to be my fourth one. Subscribe. I'm going to start doing some gameplay, probably some PvP when I get a little bit higher level and checking it out more. So we'll see what more there is to come. Let me know what you guys think.